In this video, we will discuss on how to update, unpack, loop, join tuples, elements, and tuples method. As tuples are immutable, so the elements in a tuple cannot be updated. If we try to update any element of a tuple, then we get an error message. As tuple object does not support item assignment. However, if there is a requirement to modify the element of a tuple, then there is a workaround which can be used as, first, we can convert the tuple into a list. Once converted into a list, then we can do any operation as inserting new record or updating existing on a list. So, the first step is create a tuple. So, I create a tuple and name tuple A. We'd initialize 3 values as apple, banana, and cherry. Next is, we will mention the forward indexing of the values as it helps to understand the modification that will be performed. Example, character apple has index 0, character banana has index 1, and cherry has index 2. Now, let's try to modify the tuple elements. Suppose you want to modify the tuple elements at index 0 from a value of apple to a value of avocado. So, we need to specify the tuple name as tuple A, followed by index name as 0, in square bracket equals to the new value which is string avocado. After that, we need to print a statement. Is added to print the complete tuple again after the change are made. Once we execute, we can see that we are getting an error message. Says that a tuple object does not support item assignment because tuple are immutable, so we cannot modify its elements. Now, let's try the right way to modify a tuple. First, we need to convert the tuple into a list by using the list keyword. Followed by the tuple name in parentheses. And adding print its statement to print the list elements. When we executed, we can see that tuple has been converted into a list, and both are printed with exact value. Now, next we will modify the element at index 0 from character apple to avocado. Also, add new element durian is added using the append method. So, this is string, parentheses, 0, open bracket pala, and 0, avocado, which is yung ipapalit natin sa apple. Then, list append, that append para sa i-add nating durian. Or another elements of a tuple or a list. Next is, after this, durian. After this, magpiprint statement tayo to print list after making 2 changes. So, So when we executed, we can see that the character Apple has been changed to avocado. And and character durian has been added. Now, after all of this, we will convert the list back to the tuple using the keyword tuple with the list name in parentheses. Tuple A is equal tuple, open and close parentheses, list string, and print statement to print the updated tuple. And as you can see, we see the original tuple and then the modified. The character apple is now modified to character avocado, and addition of an extra element as a character durian. That's it for adding and updating a tuple.
So, good day everyone. Ngayon ay tuturuan ko kayo kung paano mag-loop and join ng tuple sa Python language. So ngayon, ang gagamitin natin ngayon is a online compiler. So now, in the previous video, tinuruan ko kayo kung paano mag-update and converting list to a tuple. So ngayon is, tuturuan ko muna kayo kung paano gumamit ng loop sa Python and using the tuples. So, comment lang po natin ng mga iba dito na hindi needed. Comment lang po natin to. And ito rin po. So, and baba lang po natin din to. Ctrl X para mas makita nyo po yung magiging kalalabasan nya. So, tuple, meron tayong tuple dito na ang pangalan is tuple A, which is meron siyang value na banana, apple, banana, and cherry. So, print muna natin siya if gumagana pa talaga siya or ano, na-declare po ba talaga siya. So ngayon, nakita natin na gano'n siya, nag-run and gumana, and kinalabasan niya is apple, banana, and cherry. So ngayon, may 3 methods tayo or 3 techniques para gumamit sa isang loop. So gagamit tayo ngayon ng isang for loop sa isang tuple. So ang unang gagamitin natin for loop is the for loop, and gagawa tayo ng isang variables na magi-store lahat ng values doon. So una is for items and items. Dito is gagawa tayo ng isang variables which is fruits, and in items naman is yung pangalan ng natin, tuple, or kung ano man ang i-store natin sa loob ng fruits or kung saan siya manggagaling. Then lagay mo lang natin dyan is print, then fruits. And kapag nira natin yan, nagkamali lang pala ako. Pag nira natin yan is, yun, apple, banana, and cherry. Ito yung print niya. Ito yung original natin. Let's print that out by comment. Then, another is for loop. For loop din siya, pero gagamitin naman natin is range and length. So, for loop. Then, ang items naman nito is or yung variable na gagamitin natin dito is index, kasi ang gagamitin naman natin ngayon is range pati length. So items, lagyan natin dito yung range, which is binabasa niya yung 0, 1, 2, 3 or yung index mismo. If i-compare natin siya sa Java, it is the index, yung range. Then length, meaning the numbers inside an element or a variable, which is kung tuple yan, apple, banana, and cherry, there are 3 length or numbers. Then sa loob ng method na yan ng length is lagyan lang natin is tuple. Then kapag print natin yan kunwari kung lang ilalagay natin dyan, syempre yung bilang lang natin yung malalagay dyan 0, 1, 2 or the index mismo. Pero kung gusto nyong i-print yung mga variables or mga values is ayan, yung tuple lang pati yung okay, gets. And lastly, for the for loop is enumerate method. the use of enumerate is binibigay niya sa iyo yung both values and the index ng isang element sa isang tuple. So, gagamit lang tayo dito na ulit ng for loop. Comment lang po natin to ulit. Yan. Okay, for loop. Then, syempre, kung kunin natin ng index pati yung value, dalawang natin dito, dalawa yung magiging variable natin. Una is yung index, yung pangalawa is fruits. In enumerate, then sa loob ng enumerate is din tuple A. Ayan. So, print lang natin po is F open and close parenthesis, then index para lang dito for more formality. And paglagay dito is open and close bracket, then index. Papaliwanag ko po sa inyo yung mga kada nito mamaya. So ngayon is lalagay ko muna siya. Then kapag nira natin siya, 01, index 0 apple, index 1 banana, and index 2 cherry. So bakit nga ba nangyari yon? So ngayon, for index pati fruits is natin siya, i-store natin yung enumerate ng isang tuple, or enumerate natin yung mga infos and values inside the tuple A. So ipiprint natin siya. F is a string literal na para makapaglagay tayo ng isang variable inside a string literal. That's why ang naging boundaries lang natin dito na instead of plus sign is curly braces. So now na nalaman nyo na kung para saan ginagamit yung loops sa isang tuple sa Python language. Ngayon ituturuan ko kayo kung paano gamit ng join sa isang Python language. And so ngayon is i-comment lang po natin to ulit yung mga ginamit natin mga methods, which is ito nga, method 1. Lagyan na lang po natin siya ng dito, method 1. So ngayon gagamit naman po tayo dito ng join. So baba po natin to ulit yung tuple natin, Control X para mas makita po natin. Then we will add another variable, which is pangalanganan na natin siyang joined. Okay, joined is equals to sabihin na natin space, tapos dot join. Then sa loob ng join na yan is lalagay natin ng variable na tuple na yan. Then print lang natin yan, apple, banana, and cherry. So tignan mo, makikita natin yung difference niya pag print natin yan. Sa una is simple lang talaga siya, naka-formatted siya as tuple. Explanation ko kasi dito is apple, una niyang titignan na elements, then kada niya dito, kada printed niya ng mga items is magjo-join siya ng tinatawag na spaces, which is kaya siya napunta dito sa gitna niya in every elements. So ngayon, syempre pwede naman natin na gumamit ng ng mga ibang characters. Kunwari yan, comma, kapag print natin yan, comma yung dyan. Pwede natin sabihin na maglagay tayo dito ng n para next line siya magprint. That's why nagano siya, pababa na siya nag-print, or in every next line. So yun lang naman for the join. Welcome sa video na to. Ngayon ituturo ko sa inyo kung paano gamitin ng tuple and packing sa Python na gamit ng mga prutas bilang example. Super basic lang to, tsaka sobrang useful lalo na sa pag-organize ng data. Tara, simulan natin. Unang-una, gumawa tayo ng tuple na may 4 na prutas. Wait lang. Una is apple. Pangalawa is banana. Mali. Yeah, ayan. Pangatlo is cherry, and last is durian.
Okay, so meron na tayong tuple na ang pangalan ay fruits. And ang laman niya is apple, banana, cherry, and durian. Ngayon, i-unpack natin yung tuple na yan na ibig sabihin, i-assign natin ang bawat prutas sa sarili niyang variables. Yan. Fruit 1, fruit 2, fruit 3, and fruit 4. And equal sign. Dito si fruits ay magiging apple, fruit 2 ay magiging banana, fruit 3 ay si cherry, and fruit 4 naman ay ang durian. So, check natin kung tama yung pagkakapak natin. I-print natin lahat. So, print fruit 1. Mali. Print fruit 1. Fruit, yan. Ay, mali. Yan. Print. Same lang din. Fruit 2. Yan. Wait lang. Mali pala tayo. Fruit 2. Then, yan. Next is fruit 3. Fruit 3. Ayan. Then, ayan. Last is yung fruit 4. Fruit 4. Ayan. Then, yung making output niya is yan, tama, 'di ba? So, reminder lang, dapat match yung mga variables sa dami ng items sa tuple. Kung ganito yung gagawin natin, fruit 1, fruit 2, fruit 3, and di kasama yung fruit 4, syempre, mag-error yan. So, kailangan pantay-pantay yung mga variables niya ayon sa mga prutas na nilagay natin. Pero kung gusto mong kunin lang yung unang prutas at yung natira ay ilalagay sa list, pwede kang gumamit ng asterisk. So, gagawa tayo ng asterisk. Burin natin itong mga to. Fruit 1. Fruits. Then, print natin. One. So, yan. Then, kasama natin itong others. Yung print natin. Others. And ang lalabas dyan is, yan, fruit apple. Sineparate natin, kinuha natin yung gusto nating kunin. Ayan. So, ayun. Ganun lang kadali mag-unpack ng tuple sa Python. Gamit yung mga prutas na in-example natin. So, yun lang.
Hello, today we are here to discuss the tuple in Python programming. Now, the tuple in Python programming has two built-in methods, which is the count and index. Now we are here to discuss the count. Here, as you see, I already have my sample tuple, which includes 6 datas, which is the apple, banana, cherry, avocado, and as well banana, and cherry. Now, based on this, I will create a program that will use the count method and will print how many times this data appear in the tuple. Now, banana at underscore tuple is equal to my tuple underscore dot count. Here, maglalagay na lang po tayo ng data. Ano po ba yung gagamitin natin? Which is, here, I'm gonna find how many times the banana appear in the tuple. Now, just simple input banana. Now, appeared banana tuple times. Times. If we run this should print that the banana has appeared 3 times. Run. See, the output shows that the banana appeared 3 times. Now, another sample. We will name this cherry tuple. Cherry underscore tuple is equal to my tuple underscore tuple that count. Now we will find how many times the cherry appear in the tuple. Simply put cherry. This input should show us how many times the cherry appear in the tuples. So simply print cherry has appeared tuple times. This should print that the cherry appeared 2 times. Let's see. Oh my god, error. Oh, just a simple syntax error here. Let's run. Now, the output shows that the cherry has appeared 2 times. So simply says that the count method is knowing how many times and data appeared in the tuple. It's just count how many times and data appeared in the tuple. Now, next is the index. Here, we will just simply delete this and start with the index. In the index, it's used to know at what index the data first appeared. First appeared. Now, we will want to know how the first index of banana index is equal to my tuple that index ship banana. Oh, banana. Print and banana appeared at index. Line of code should show that the banana has appeared at index 1. Let's see if it's right. At index 1. So it's right. Here, let's count. 0, 1. 0, 1. It will start at 0 unless you said that it started at 1. Here, that's another sample, is avocado. Avocado underscore index is equal to my tuple underscore tuple that index avocado. Print appeared avocado. This line of code should show us that the avocado appeared at index 3. Let's see. Run. Look, the avocado has appeared at index 2. So simply to say, the index method is used to know at which index the data first appeared. It will not run further. If the data detects the data at its index, that's it. Wala na po tayong running na. Kahit na po ilang data pa po ang same na repeat yon, it will only count the first appearance, which is this. In this program, we will see that banana has appeared 2 more times, but it only counts at index 1. That's it. So that's the end of the discussion for the tuple methods. Thank you.